is the day for this one. This is a 1982 Chevy K5 Blazer. It's got a 6.2 diesel in it, and someone swapped in an SM. Yeah, I think they swapped in an SM 465. I think it was automatic. They swapped in an SM 465 with the MP205. That's what I was told. You've probably seen this sitting in the background of the channel for quite some time. It's just been hanging out. It's got real cool patina. I'll take you around. But I bought this truck with another diesel K5. It was a buy one get one special up in Wyoming, and this one just came home on the trailer, and I didn't really do anything with it. The other one drove itself home, and I worked on that one. You guys saw the paint and body. That went pretty well. This one, I don't know. I believe the story. The guy was a nice guy. He was an older gentleman. The other truck, Brandon, drove fine. He said this engine, he drove it around maybe 15, 20 years ago or something. He had it just driving around his property, nothing crazy. And then he started the swap of the SM465 and the NP205. And he just never finished that fully. And the truck sat for years. So I think the engine might be okay. We're gonna see what's going on. I'm not gonna spend too much time messing with stuff. We'll just see if it'll get going and fire. But before we do that, I suppose we'll give you a quick walk around. So it's a really straight body, and it's absolutely rust free. There's only one dent on the entire car that I could find, and there could be hail damage just with the patina you can't see. Grill's all there. The marker lights are there. It's missing a badge or two here or there, but it's got the chrome trims, since I think it was a pretty high package when in 1982 is what this one is. Look at that, man. Solid. Nothing. That's the only dent on the car. Right there, it's caved in on that quarter, but just nothing but that good surface rust. And the patina. Badge is hanging down. Bumper. I probably don't have a bumper. I think I gotta get one. Super straight and clean on this side as well. Just got the plastic door panels with the half panels, half door, nothing on the bottom. That'll be fine for this build. The seals are hanging down. It came with these seats that I'll have to get the upholstery kit and do them in blue, since I think the interior of this is gonna be blue because there's a blue back seat and there's the blue door panels. The dash obviously needs replaced, but otherwise everything else is there to make it blue. Didn't come with any headliner pieces. Yeah, and it didn't look like it ever did. No side panels on the rear, just kind of your basic package. So maybe it didn't have like a Silverado or a high package. For 82, it was probably pretty basic. Ooh, I'm not even gonna pull on that. You're right, actually. Yeah, you guys are right. So there's just idiot lights here, or dummy lights, no gauges. So it's probably a pretty low package. Huh, yeah, no AC either. Just came with heat, so this cannot be like a high package. But it did have the diesel motor, and they're right there on the dash, custom deluxe. So that's one of the lower trim packages. We got butter making an appearance again. But look at that, no rust anywhere. Now we'll get to the good stuff. Didn't come with any batteries. And oh, look at that, the little insulation for the hood is still there. That's kind of cool, nice to see. Pretty straightforward. Obviously, part of the steering wheel is missing, but that's inside the truck. The injection pump does look, I don't know, it looks newer to me. Just the metal doesn't seem to match the rest of it, but I could be wrong. That thing could be junk. I don't know. Let's see. It's got red all over the valve covers and the heads, I think. So this might be one of those red blocks they talk about. I have no clue. I've just seen that word used online. You know, we've got a radiator. Everything's complete. I'm just putzing around here, killing time. It has everything except for the batteries. So let's just get in here and see if she'll do anything. Oh man, there's coolant in there. And I don't know if I did that. I might have done that maybe last year. Just throw something in before winter because I was worried about maybe it freezing or something. That sounds like something I would do. Or it may have had coolant in there, but either way, it didn't totally leak out. So I'll make sure there's oil, throw some batteries in there. I already did open the relief valve on that water separator and some stuff dripped out and it just smelled like diesel. So I think we're fine there. I popped the lid off and there's a new air cleaner under there. So I think we can kind of just throw some batteries and see if it'll crank. That's it for the walk around. Oh man, plastic washer fluid reservoir cracked. I don't know anybody who likes these Chevy side post terminals. Don't hear anything. I've got the key in the off position. I might need some washers for my long bolts to be able to space these things out. Okay, all the batteries are tightened up, somewhat, and somewhat cleaned. Let's see if it'll crank right now. I have a feeling the glow plugs are not hooked up. Ignition is on, but it's not turning over. But I think... Oh, okay, solenoid. Now just made a click. Now the glow plugs are working. Still won't start. Glow plugs are cycling now. Alright, glow plugs started cycling. But it didn't seem like they were cycling for long enough. I think it's the solenoid right here. But fusible links. Nothing feels too hot. No, now we just got to figure out what's up with the starter. It's not wanting to kick over. So I found out what it was, the neutral safety switch, because this was automatic. It is bypassed with this guy, and they just shoved some open wires in there. It's not actual spade terminals, so they were not working too well. But now I'm gonna show you what's going on the dash. I guess we can just hold it. Whoa. So we're getting all the lights like we should. Glow plugs, a little short on the cycle, but I think they'll kick back on. Guess not. Sounds like something's up with the starter. That doesn't appear to be turning the motor over. So I might get something on the crank and try to turn it over by hand just to see if the motor's locked up. Should probably check for oil too. Okay, I had my lovely assistant trying to start it while I smacked the solenoid underneath on top of the starter with a hammer, and that got it to actually engage. So I think the solenoid was just stuck. Go ahead and fire, well, so go ahead and do it, but let this cycle, and as soon as that goes off, try to start it again. Let's see if it goes. Go ahead. Stop. Well, I'll leave this rolling. Let me go hit the solenoid again, because it did work one time, I swear. Okay, go ahead. Stop. Darn. to go? Stop. Alright, so I mean, you heard it there. That solenoid might be weak, the connections might be weak, but we are getting that to work, so let's try to kill our batteries. See if we can get some fuel pulling up here. You can turn it to off. Actually, go ahead and crank it over. You don't need to wait for, well, hang on. And those glow plugs are just going wild. I'm trying to see if we get diesel squirting out of the top of that filter. Go ahead and turn it over. Try it again. The first time I've heard it, and that was not staged. Huh. Sounds good. Charging. Sounds good. And it shuts off. Wow. Didn't even smoke at all. Huh. He wasn't kidding. This thing ain't too bad. Man, I wish I had done this earlier and done some of the stuff I gotta do to get the title. Let's see if it'll restart. Huh. Wow. Let's see if it wants to start again. Yeah, that clutch was working too. Just gotta get a return spring so it doesn't go as far. Stop that, let's see. Wowzers. That's neat. This is gonna be an absolute ripper. I am just stoked. It didn't even use glow plugs the second time. They didn't come on. So I'll probably put those on a switch myself just to be able to control them for the winter, but wow. So, not much to say there. That was honestly the first time I've ever heard it run. Just tapping on the solenoid. I didn't need to bleed any air out of the system, oddly enough. It seems to be pulling from the tank. It shows it has a full tank. Doesn't sound empty under there, but I don't know. That's incredible. I'm stoked. It was charging 13 point something volts, sitting at idle, and the clutch seemed to work. It didn't feel bad at all. It had reverse and first. So, call that a win for now.